venture off into the Enterprise one more time, because this is a big thing happening. Is Scott Bakula back? Is he Bakula? That's the question I'm asking you guys today, because Scott Bakula, thank you, that's for Brandon, thank you, Brandon, thank you. So Scott Bakula is back, apparently, allegedly, we're not sure yet, I'm gonna tell you right now, but there is a whole idea about a whole new comeback for Star Trek Enterprise, where Scott Bakula comes back, and they're shopping it around, they're pushing it forward right now, and they want to move forward. And of course, it's called Star Trek United. Now, this takes place at a time in the, I guess in the whole Starfleet Union, where there was, like, they call it a Pearl Harbor type of experience right now. So they're tying back into, of course,
great analogy.
Right? That's what they're saying it's supposed to be, though. It's like the Pearl Harbor of the Starfleet. That's what they're calling it right now. Producer Michael Sussman is coming forward right now, talking about the whole thing. He created Enterprise. They're excited. They want Bakula to come back one more time. But he will be, the idea is going to follow, United is planned to follow a political thriller and a family drama about, President Jonathan Archer, who was played by, of course, Bakula, and his adult family, saving the Federation of Planets in its perilous early years. Now, of course, they talked about the character itself in the original Star Trek, of course, franchise. They never showed him before. They did this whole spin-off series where it was Bakula. His character was kind of involved but never there, and they decided to make this alternative kind of spin-off where they had Bakula for Enterprise. And the idea is they're going to show the war. They're going to show this interplanetary moment where, of course, in Paris, all this crazy stuff goes down. And the idea is being the biggest experience that ever happened on Earth in interplanetary. So, no, I don't know. They're called the Salem Stations. I've never heard of this before, Jordan. The Salem Stations. That's what they call it.
Mentioned in 2 episodes of Next Generation.
That's
Picard described it as their Pearl Harbor later in the future, but from the article I read that you sent us, it sounds like that is an idea, but that's not what the show's about. It sounds like he says if we're able to get, he says 3 seasons, 4 seasons in, we'll get to it. We'll get to that. It's basically a space station that was attacked, and they had to move the United Federation. They had to move the base of the Federation to Earth. Right now, It's not. They're saying it's not going to be set on Earth in the 22nd century. The United Federation planets are set somewhere else, and this is the idea of them and how they're going to move it to Earth because Earth is more well protected.
God. And cheaper to shoot at.
And cheaper to shoot at. Yes. And cheaper to shoot at.
The reason I'm poo-pooing all over this because I love Enterprise. I loved Enterprise.
You do.
The ending sucked. Okay, they rushed the ending. They planned on having way more seasons.
It was the ending that sucked. It was the ending, y'all.
The ending sucked.
Yep, they got canceled at the last minute, so they had to come up with something. So they came up with that terrible ending. But the show was good. But we never did get to see the Romulan War. But supposedly this takes place way after the Romulan War, so we're still never going to fucking see that. But the reason I poo-poo on this is because there was so many, this might happen, this might happen. They said that in that article, well, maybe if we get this picked up. And from what I've read, it's already been poo-pooed on by the execs one time.
Would you call this a poo shitty?
Yeah, a poo shitty. This is a poo shitty. So
yeah, of course.
It's already been rejected once, supposedly, from what I read a while ago.
They got the idea. They're writing the scripts, and the thing is, Paramount has this big push right now for Star Trek. They want all of the Star Trek franchises right now. They want to really delve into it. They're ready to greenlight everything, and this is one they're pitching right now. So I think this is going to happen, Jordan. But I just don't know. Do you think the fan base is still there for this? Like, based on what you're saying right now,
the fan base, maybe now, maybe after the fact, the fan base wasn't there for Enterprise when it first came out.
Yeah, it wasn't at all.
It was bad marketing. First, they didn't market it as Star Trek. They just had Enterprise and not even the Star Trek name. So then in season, I think it was season 2 or 3, they decided, we're going to put Star Trek in front of that because nobody's watching this because we didn't even market it as Star Trek. And then, people...
That was season 3.
People came to the show way late. I mean, pretty much almost after it was... And I got to admit, I was one of the original guys back then that was hating on it.
Never watched it.
the previews did not make it do justice, man. And I'm like, this is gonna suck. And the first season wasn't very good. And then they tried to make it its own thing because they didn't want to bring it into the Star Trek lore too much. So they tried to make it its own thing, and they're like, maybe we should bring in some Star Trek lore here.
Yeah.
This isn't really working out.
Was it much more episodic, or did it do have a through line that went through the whole?
No,
narrative?
it more had a through line. Like it was about the temporal war and the. So if you remember the last season of Discovery, you've watched that poo-poo shit. The time cops, the time cops. You know, the time police, whatever you call them.
Rogers.
They first showed up in Enterprise, trying to stop some temporal war, and that I forgot his name, but the one old dude from Discovery, the one old dude from Discovery. You know, the old guy that was part of Starfleet.
Oh,
he was always in the chair. The guy with the glasses or whatever. He's always had the suit on.
Oh shit!
Stephen Hawking.
No. Anyway, he's a character from Enterprise. He's an older version of the time cop that went back in Enterprise.
What? There was a character in Discovery that was from Enterprise?
Yes.
What the?
In a long time.
He was the time cop, or the time whatever you want to call him.
I'm gonna find out what that is, but. So he was there, but this is the whole thing, though, Jordan. You're tying into that lore. You're making this probably more relevant for a lot of people. That it might cause more people to go back and watch it. United Pearl Harbor experience, so it's pretty big, Jordan. Pretty big.
It is, but it doesn't sound like they're getting there anytime soon.
No.
Brian, they wouldn't get to that timeline for at least 2 to 3 seasons.
Yeah, Kovic, Dr. Kovic, right?
Yep, Kovic.
Yeah, played by David Cronenberg.
Yep, that was a character. He tells him his real name at the end of Discovery, so he's got a different name. That's like a hidden name.
Code name.
And he is the time guy that helps Archer to stave off the temporal incursion or whatever. It's been
Archer. That's what we need a new season of. Archer.
Yes, that's a good animated
Honestly.
series. In terms of good animated series.
Right. Because here's, in terms of
animation.
Trek, here's what we have. And I'm more of a Star Trek than a Star Wars person. I said it, okay? I also voted for Obama.
You're smarter than you look.
Thank you. Notice how he interrupted me as I talked about Obama, and GR agreed with me with Obama.
Yes. Got him on tape.
Anyway, Kovic was a secret character name. His real name was Daniels. That's what it was. It was Daniels.
Fascinating. Here's my point.
For a guy that likes Star Trek, and I'm telling you what's going on, you don't seem to give a shit.
I only know these people I'm about to name, and that's it. I know
you're not a Star Trekkie.
That's probably true. We have William Shatner. He's still alive. Let's use him while we can. If we're going to make something...
To do what? He died. His character died.
When has that ever stopped anybody from writing something? Oh, let's go back in time. Let's go forward in time. It's a different universe. Talk to Marvel about that.
Okay, how are you going to make him lose 200 pounds?
I don't understand that reference. I like
that. That reference is if you go back in time, how are you going to get the same old geezer to play him?
Instead of yelling about meese, or that, I'd rather move forward and say, so we also have Patrick Stewart. He's still alive. Maybe there's something we can do. We sure did, but he was great. We could even push forward and say we have Celia Rose Gooding, who plays Uhura or Uhura, whatever. We've got all these great stars in the Star Trek universe. Why not build something around characters that we already know and people that we already know?
We do, Archer.
But I guess my argument is we create this brand new series while there's still another series going on. Let's create a new Captain Picard. Let's create a new version, a different character, but let's create somebody who is exactly what that icon of that generation of Star Trek is, but include the previous one so that they can kind of lead us into it.
So you're saying don't do that.
We even have Kate Mulgrew. She's still alive.
So you're not about this. You want something different. You want to go back to the original stuff. You're saying, right?
I'm saying let's drift. Let's merge into it. Let's take Picard and have him. I don't know. We finally meet some daughter that he never talked about, and that's this new actress, this new girl who becomes a new captain. Let's pass the torch rather than creating all these different timelines and stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Pass the torch.
There's only two timelines: the Kelvinverse and the Prime Universe.
Oh, and that's too many.
I will say this though too, like the whole thing, like you're talking about using people. I see CGing Shatner. There was that short film that came out with Shatner and Spock. Which
Who said CGing? Who said CGing?
Someone in the chat. They said CG Shatner.
Oh,
make him young again. I saw that.
No, I'm saying keep him the way he looks right now, and he has to retire or something or whatever it is.
They killed him in the Next Generation.
At 94, he better retire.
I'm not here to answer those kinds of questions. I'm here to say this is what we should look at, and then you figure it out.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Counter right now.
I think the story. Sorry, guys, but I think the storyline that they proposed.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I've let you guys rant and rave, but the bottom line is the storyline they're proposing for this starts to connect the Star Trek universe. And I think it needs to be told.
Thanks for buttoning it up for us. Appreciate it.
Just so you know, GR reported on this. He found this article too. GR got into this. So GR has been always looking for Star Trek. So our resident reporter, the Thirsty Daddy. But I'm going to tell you right now, GR.
Hey, I lived it from that. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I'll tell you, like, it's going to be tough. I just don't think that Enterprise had the oomph that they thought it had. Like, people fell off season 1. They did a few seasons, of course, but I just don't know, like, bringing Bakula back and integrating to that time will work. But you know what? I'm all about more Star Trek. So the way they're doing stuff these days, maybe I'll fall in love with it and I'll go back. Do you think that they can actually make this GR to a point, if they do it, that it brings people back to the old franchise and makes them more excited about, of course, Bakula being in that captain seat? Or he's going to be the president, the idea is. But you think this can actually work in that fashion?
Actually, I do, because they can. There's a lot of us Trekkies out there that really love the series, and this will connect the timeline from the very beginning of the first time the Enterprise went where no man has gone before, and where it is today. And you can connect those two timelines, and you've got a story that they didn't do in Star Wars, where they just kept adding new stories. Tie the timelines together and make it grow from there. And
That's always what they do. That's always what they do, though. They always just are like, okay, this one's going to take place in between these two things that already exist, and then this next one's going to take place in between these two things that already exist. Like,
you're right.
It's so formulaic.
I mean, I think it'll work. I'm with GR.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you with GR on this? Wait a second.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
This one in.
Who?
Yeah, I know that's shocking, but instead of saying this is after that one or that one, this is tying Series A to Series B or C,
say what you mean,
whatever,
mean what you say.
Oh, shut up, Peppy. But bottom line, it ties them together, and you have a continuance of storyline.
Wait, so I'm sorry. I'm confused.
This happened, then that happened, then this happened.
People need to stop pumping bullshit out.
Is this
I
not
think-
greenlit?
No, it's not greenlit. It's being shopped. They're trying. They rejected it once already.
Yeah, they're shopping around now.
Why?
So,
It's Paramount. I thought it was just one place you can go with this.
Right, that's all you can.
well, I think they keep going back to them. It is Paramount. They're not shopping around. They keep going to the executives, be like, "Hey, we did this. Can you give it?"
Oh, I see. Doing free work. Huh.
What I think the reason I think this will work is because I think Enterprise was discovered way after it aired on TV. It has its niche in the Trekkie. Like, Trekkies have accepted it now. See, they didn't accept it when it first aired. That first season the first episode was great, and then the first season kind of fell off, and then it kind of hit its stride in the second season. And then the third season, we were getting ready to get to the Romulan War, and they got canceled. So not too many people watched it when it aired.
You're still pissed about that, Jordan, aren't you?
I am. Trekkie's really...
Me too.
Trekkie's really
told
came
me today
into
he's
the
like,
series.
I'm
about
starting to
that
believe
shit.
that Brian's psychic astrologer stuff.
But I will say the one thing I'm gonna miss is Trip. They killed Trip in the last episode, and his camaraderie with Archer as best friends is going to be missed in this series. The guy that played Trip Tucker.
Yeah.
And I think unless you can bring a lot of the other characters back, like DePaul in that made Enterprise good,
Right.
I don't know if this series will go.
Real quick, I agree with you, but
I
real
think
quick, hold on,
from
GR.
what
I'm
I
going to keep
read-
talking, whether you keep talking
Go
or
ahead,
not.
Jonathan.
Who are those effing people you just mentioned? Real quick.
Well, they're part of the main crew of the first Enterprise. So Trip Tucker was his best friend, chief engineer of the Enterprise, and he died saving the Enterprise, trying to get them to the summit to sign the United. Basically, they started the United Federation of Planets.
Rad.
Brandon, get in
And
there.
that's not me judging you. That's me going, I'm so out of
And-
touch.
We just didn't ask for it. We didn't. Nobody asked
and
for
for
it.
what I read about it, Jordan, DePaul is actually written into the series.
Okay, that'll
I'm an
be good.
animatronic. I'm an
Love
animatronic.
Guru. Tell us the love. Is it good?
Tell your love, Guru.
Is it bad?
I would say
How do you
this
feel?
seems. I don't think there's much love for this thing. I gotta say.
No.
And, I think it's not going to
Why?
pass the love test. I think because it seems like it's very much like a fan fiction that they just adapted into a pilot
Yes. Wow.
and are trying to bang on the doors of Paramount, and they keep saying, "No, motherfuckers, we don't care."
We don't want Bakula back.
Yeah, no, fool me twice, shame on us, or whatever.
Do you think
only three times.
they're
I'm keeping those
trying
shoes.
to make money off of people that they can pay less?
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
it doesn't. So he's the main star of this is Bakula, or the main name they have attached, I guess, right? So
Right.
Yeah, he's the main-
Bakula's
yeah.
rate versus Patrick Stewart or somebody else like that,
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
They're very
Engage.
different, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They're different. This is like this is going to be all the other characters. I'm guessing are people straight out of Tish.
Okay. So, if I were a producer on this, and maybe I'd fail miserably, and GR, please comment when I'm finished. But I think what we would do, is we say, okay, well, instead of creating a new timeline, let's showcase these young people who are coming of age during the Picard captaincy or whatever.
That's called Lower Decks.
What?
Yeah, it's good. Lower Decks is so good.
That's not at all that. Oh my god!
is that.
You can't compare Lower Decks to Star Trek: The New Generation. Are you
There
telling
are
me that
literally the
yes,
young
you
guys on the ship.
you're telling me that the emotional and the storytelling and all of that is the same between Lower Decks and New Generation? Of course not.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's funny to even say that.
What do you mean? Of course not.
I just told you.
You're
That's
asking
why
me
it's
to
funny
say
to
the
even
Let's
story.
ask you guys though too. I know you guys were
Never mind.
but if you're able, if this is actually a thing that does come through, will fans want to see it? Will they love it? Will they watch it? Is that what we need? Because they've been doing these spin-off series about Discovery. Now we're going back. We've been doing Strange New Worlds. We're talking about doing Lower
Everybody's
Decks.
getting their swan song. I think he does. He needs it. I think you need Archer. Picard got his. The Next Generation got their swan song. I mean, you got a new series with Strange New Worlds that's
love it.
revisiting Pike and Spock and Uhura and all them. I think Archer needs to be on there.
Yeah, he's maybe he's producing it too. He might be
Fuck.
like also helping with
Will
that.
Bakula want to do that bad? Do you think? Like, I mean,
I think he'll
he didn't
come back.
He didn't really come back to Quantum Leap.
Oh,
But he
hell
come back to
yes.
Star Trek.
Instead of going into the
Well, one
future
was
where
a
the-
good series and one was a timeline bullshit.
Sorry, Jonathan. GR will tell you how he feels.
It's like one of those Teddy Ruxpins. You remember those? You never know when the new chapter is going to start because you just hit play once. But I'm the same way.
Swap the tape out.
What I'm trying to say is, instead of creating this brand new generation, this brand new timeline, what if we showed a different aspect of the timeline that made the most money and the greatest legacy for this franchise, which I would say is Star Trek: The Next Generation, right? So, so it's not a cartoon comedic version. Let's make it exactly what we saw in Star Trek: The Next Generation. Not a movie, it's a show, it's an episodic. But they're referring to the captain, because if you work on the ship, on the Enterprise, you probably don't see the captain every day. You work in the lower decks, but it's not comedic and cartoon and goofy.
I don't think they'll ever revisit that because lower
They're
decks
not
is
going to, because they don't know that is the way to make the money off the people you're trying to make the money off of, who are the people that were the Next Generation fans in the first place.
Hey,
That's all
Jonathan,
I can say about
I just got to tell you, Jonathan, that was a great pitch for lower decks.
I am the captain now.
Lower Decks is animated and stupid. I'm talking about.
That's a hot take because a lot of original Trekkies love lower decks.
They fucking love it.
But they love it because it's like self-deprecating. That's why they love it.
Oh, big words for
those GR.
Saturday afternoon.
I hate to tell you on a Saturday, those aren't big words, brah. Those aren't big words.
Yeah, they are, brah. I'm sorry, but
I will say this though. There's a lot of content coming forward with Star Trek right now. A lot of people pitching a lot of things based off of what Paramount said. We want to flood the gates. We want to flood the fucking zone with Star Trek. That's what they said. And so you're going to have more content coming forward like this that people are going to be saying, we want it. We want it. Let's go. Let's go.
Can we get a triple show? Triple
right now, Star Trek's like the only IP right now. The only IP for Paramount that's coming out on their streaming service to get people to. They don't have any other original shit, barely.
They have UFC coming now. They have the whole thing with UFC right now.
Have they done that yet?
UFC?
You know what they should do? They should have a competition where the number one fans get to compete and we record it. And then whoever, like the top 3 or 5 fans that win, get to have producer level input on what's coming out.
Right. Yeah.
And then they're held accountable for that. So if you
I like that idea. I like that idea, Jonathan, but it has an FFC chance.
You know what I liked was the Hortas from the original Star Trek. Okay. I don't know if you remember those. Right. They should have their own show.
Write a script, man. Let's make it happen.
What? The Flautas?
The Hortas. There were these things that like ran over people. It's great. And
I'm gonna say this though. Star Trek is going to become even more infiltrated into our lives moving forward. Of course, we do have 2 more seasons of Strange New Worlds. We're going to have more lower. I mean, I feel like Lower Decks become a live action show before you know it. But we're also going to have, of course, that feature film. They're talking about bringing Kelvin timeline back. There's a lot happening. I think this happens. It's only a matter of time until year 1 comes. Talk about that before. So much Star Trek, so much love, so much fucking science. I'm all about it, guys. Do you guys want it? Do you need it? Do you fucking thrive for it? Like Jordan does? And we beam him up every day. When we see him, we beam him right here. And let me know.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all. KRUSE Control Show. KRUSE Control Show.